Hey, you guys, it's your girl Dominique, and y'all know I'm just coming to give some positive words, okay? Um, I just want to ask for you guys' patience today. It's been a bit difficult behind the scenes. I've had two losses less than a week, so forgive me for just sounding a little bit of everywhere. Um, I was not, going to do, my initial word from my notes that I've been taking. I was just going to come on here and do a quick prayer because I felt like that's all I really had left inside of me to give at the moment. And I was like, people understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can only do the best you can. Um, but I felt like I was going to shortchange the listeners or the people that really follow this page for support. And I didn't want to do that. I felt like that was putting my own flesh, emotions and stuff into this business instead of focusing on the people that really click on the videos. So um, I am going to deliver a word based off of the circumstances, but I do feel like that it could be helpful and it's powerful as well. I just ask for y'all to just be patient with me. These both of these losses was a lot to me, so just be patient with me, and I'm gonna try to push it out the best way I can. Um, but today's positive words, I wanted to focus on the subject being you don't have time. You don't have time. And there's two stories. They're short stories, so I don't want y'all to feel like the video is going to be as long as my comeback video for the beginning of 2026. Very short stories, but it's just some wisdom inside of these stories. So the first thing I wanted to open up to you guys as far as connecting to the word you don't have time is I wanted to open up about a little bit about my childhood. um, my mom has always been my mom and dad throughout, my whole life. Until later on in my life, I was blessed to get a bonus dad. I have an amazing stepdad. But privately, I suffered with feeling different and a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? I would say feeling different, negative thoughts that something was wrong with me as a child because my real father wasn't in my life, as much as I wanted him to be. Despite, whatever happened between him and my mother, I always longed for a relationship with my father. I always wanted a father figure in my life. Even going to my friends' houses and stuff, it was something inside of me that always triggered like something's wrong with you. You're different. Like you're not good, like everybody else because your dad isn't in your life. So, long story short, I developed this really bad hate, in my heart, just based off of the lack of love that I was missing for my father. And as I got older, I had said, one day, I'm going to let him know that I love him, I forgive him, and I hope that he's proud of the woman that I became. And I kept holding on to those words, being bitter, living my life, saying it is what it is. He'll hear it when he hears it, not knowing that life goes on, right? And life is constantly moving super fast. And I was able to tell my father those words, but where I told him those words? In his casket. So I learned that I didn't have as much time as what I thought. I didn't have time to be bitter. I didn't have time to be angry at, the man or certain decisions he may have made in his life or just things that happen in life. I should have done that long time ago and told him, hey, I'm done being petty. I'm done being bitter. Like, I love you. I don't care what the world says about you. I love you. I accept you as my father, and I hope that you're proud of me as your daughter. Another thing I wanted to say, the second small, short, sweet to the point story. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but my grandmother meant so much to me. I call her my granny, but she's my grandmother. I wear her in mostly every last one of my videos. Her name was Jessie, and she meant so much to me. Like, I've been trying to pick up the broken pieces and move forward with my life since her loss. And not just me, a lot of people and, in my family as well. This loss took a big toll on our family. Well, for me, it has changed me a lot, and I've been working on myself privately off of camera. And since my granny passed away, I'm really to myself. I've always kind of been to myself anyway, as I've grown and matured and kind of moved out, moved away from home. But I just kind of stayed to myself. And I remember this last year, 2025, my mom reached out to me and she was like, hey, we're going to have Thanksgiving this year at your cousin's house. And I don't want to dispose his name because I feel like it's enough, of grieving right now with our family and just to respect my family. But when my family see this video, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And the first thing that touched my heart, I thought about my granny. So on my granny's deathbed, one of her wishes was, y'all go on with your life and y'all keep the family connected, like how we always are. And I thought that was very sweet that this cousin of mine was trying to honor and keep my granny's legacy going. So it made me very emotional, and I was so excited, to finally get out my own funk of missing her so much and missing, the love that... Love is still there. I don't want you to feel like love isn't there in my family, but it's like certain family members, they carry a certain weight of love. It feels different. The energy feels different when you step in the room, if that makes sense. But anyway, I ended up, going home for Thanksgiving and experienced Thanksgiving at this cousin's house. And it was one of the best Thanksgivings ever. The food was hidden. The game was on. The family vibes were there. The laughs. It just felt like family again. Like once again, here's this feeling of love. Here's this feeling that I seek or I search for when I come home. And I just thank God that I took that time and I ran with it. I didn't just stay in the funk and say, I'm going to just stay back home this year. I'm going to pull up at one of my homegirls' house and just get a plate, and I'll see y'all next year. If I would have stayed in the funk, I would have never got to see my cousin again before he passed away. I would have never got to hear him say, I love you, Cuddy, and how you doing? And just the type of love that he offers. So I wanted to open up on those two stories, and it's a bit personal for me, but I try to move the personal stuff out of the way. And like I said, focus on helping somebody else with the stories and wisdom that I share on this channel or on this page. But I wanted to share that with you guys to remind you, these are simple examples of my life, but I know that they're relatable to yours. And I just wanted to tell you guys, y'all don't have time either. Y'all do not have time either. My words are getting a little bit tongue twisted, but you really don't have time. You don't have time to be bitter. You don't have time to be angry. If it's somebody that you need to forgive, just forgive them. I've learned as a woman, just because you forgive somebody and you see them out in public doesn't mean you have to be disrespectful or mean to them or, try to take a shot at them or whatever. I mean, when you honestly forgive somebody and you give them to the Lord, you're able to see them in person and say, hey, how you doing? And go on by your business and still not try to start any type of drama. So whatever you're holding in, let that stuff go. You don't have time. You don't have time to be acting ignorant this year, losing your job, acting petty over stuff that's out of your control. You don't have time to worry about what people think about you this year. You don't have time to, even with the emotions that I said that I hold, and you don't have time to be so sad from grieving or hurt because an individual is gone and you're choosing not to spend time or those memories with the family members that you have left. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put this message out, and I hope that I said it correctly. I hope that you guys was getting to what I was trying to say in this video, but just know that you don't have time. And when your heart or your soul hits you to do something, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't second guess it. Just do it. You can miss out on seeing a loved one more time before you get, before they go to heaven. Or you can just feel good about yourself knowing that this person got to hear me exactly what I said when I said it, and it wasn't in a casket. Or you just don't have to feel bitter or broken down about your thoughts or feelings inside, that you don't even want to speak or maybe expose to people. We don't have time for a lot of this stuff, y'all. We really don't. It's just time for us to wake up and just start making wiser decisions. I feel like every day that I wake up and the Lord puts breath in my lungs, it's another opportunity for me to be better than what I was yesterday. So anyway, guys, I hope that this was a good one. I will see you guys next time. Bye.